All right. Shalom, Yashala. Call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Waha Rakak Wadash Brakatham. I like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat that they're listening. What I like to get into, man, is Kristi Noem. She's the United States Secretary of Homeland Security, right? And we've seen these commercials more and more, bro. I've been seeing them nonstop, with the whole immigration situation. And like we always say, man, like 2/3 of our people, like being niggas and robbing people at gunpoint, because I know the Latin tribes, was doing a fool along with you Southern tribes. If you acting a goddamn fool and you over here on a visa or you over here legally, they should have been deported. But going after Jake, who's not, not a criminal, so a law-abiding citizen and legally here, you know what I'm saying? But he don't care about that, man. Okay, he don't care about that. You did at all, man. Okay. But I'm gonna let the excerpt of this clip play, and then I'm gonna get some scriptures.
We have not deported U.S. citizens or military veterans.
Madam Secretary, how many United States military veterans have you deported?
Sir, we have not deported U.S. citizens or military veterans.
I don't believe you served in the military. I haven't either, but I think you and I can agree that as Americans, we owe everything to those who have served our country in uniform, particularly those who have served in combat. Do you agree with that?
Sir, I believe that people that are in this United States that are citizens have legal status here.
Madam Secretary, we are joined on Zoom by a gentleman named Se-Jun Park. He is a United States Army combat veteran who was shot twice while serving our country in Panama in 1989. Like many veterans, he struggled with PTSD and substance abuse after his service. He was arrested in the 1990s for some minor drug offenses, nothing serious. He never hurt anyone besides himself, and he's been clean and sober for 14 years. He is a combat veteran, a Purple Heart recipient. He has sacrificed more for this country than most people ever have. Earlier this year, you deported him to Korea, a country he hasn't lived in since he was 7 years old. Will you join me in thanking Mr. Park for his service to our country?
Sir, I'm grateful for every single person that has served our country and follows our laws.
Can you please tell Mr. Park why you deported him?
Every one of them needs to be enforced.
But you understand that many veterans struggle with PTSD, many veterans struggle with substance abuse challenges. This man took 2 bullets for our country. You have broad authority, by the way, as secretary, to issue humanitarian parole, to do deferred action. Will you commit to at least looking at Mr. Park's case to see if you can help him find a pathway back to this country that he sacrificed so much for?
I will absolutely look at his case, but I want you to remember that
Madam Secretary, the man behind you, please stand up, sir.
As you can see, man, she just wants to, spew some bullshit, and sat up there and lied. So they and that gentleman, they sent back to Korea. Hey, that could very well be a Jake, man. Okay, that's straight up nigga treatment. Okay, because we all know when Jake serves the military, hell, even on the police force, man, Jake gets done dirty. Jake always gets the short end of the stick. Okay, and she sat up there and lied, and I'm glad that Edomite, I'm glad the Lord put the spirit on that Edomite to like, hey, look, y'all deporting people who served on the military and received one of the highest and oldest honors of military, a Purple Heart recipient. Okay? It's kind of like, when people try to say so-called Negroes and so-called Latinos ain't patriotic, go back home, like, nigga, the first one to die for for the U.S. was who? Crispus Attucks. Okay. And that's, that's never, that never cross, and because E doesn't care, man. So that never crosses their mind, man, at all. Okay. Believe, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, he was, Crispus Attucks, yep. He was killed in the Boston Massacre, man. He died for the American Revolution. It was a so-called Negro who died for that, okay? That's, that Mr. Parks, the so-called Ammonite, what have you, that you sent back, back to his so-called homeland. He's a neutralized citizen, man. He served and still got the short end of the stick. Okay. Bear me, Baba Kasha. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Okay, so that is clearly a grievous, a level of grievousness shown. You didn't put your life on the line. Had somewhat of a downward spiral because of the military. Then got your shit together and still get shipped off. And then this is a place that tried to feed you that, that dream bullshit, dream big. Yeah, only for y'all to crush it, man. Okay. So yeah, America's cooked, man. Okay, verse 2. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away their right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Okay, and it's talking about you Israelites, man. Okay, who are spiritually and physically without the fathers. Okay, and those who are fatherless, hey, don't know Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Okay. Okay, we're the poor of my people. That's talking about you Israelites, man. This is I'm gonna hop to verse 5. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. Okay, that's the Lord's anger, righteous anger. Okay, so the Lord has set up the so-called white man to do what he's doing, man. Okay, the Lord has set up Esau to do that. He's his whooping stick. Okay. But that's very clear. And if you don't see that, hey, shame on you. Okay. I'm gonna jump to verse 7. You know what? I might as well read verse 6. So like, I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge, to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Okay. So our people are being judged, but it's to what? It's to the indignation of the Most High. Okay. See, he has it in his head that he's in control, which he's not. That's why it states in verse 5, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. This is the Heavenly Father's will. Okay. But he is proud, man. Okay. He is very proud. Verse 22. I'm Salaki. I was I was thinking about if y'all could bury me, I was thinking about hopping to verse 22. If y'all could bury me, Baba Kosha. Because verse, let me see. Because I want to hit that in verse 22. Verse 22. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. Okay? And in the NLT, it states, but though the people of Israel are as numerous as the sand of the seashore, only a remnant of them will return. Yahweh has rightly decided to destroy his people. Okay? So the reason I brought that out is because why? It says, for though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea. So I believe, that was Jake treatment right there. They sent his ass back. He done took bullets for the country, and it just put me in the mind of Crispus Attucks, man. Okay. But they're showing you, man, and that was a spiritual thing, because that clip initially I wasn't looking for. I was looking for another clip. That's total Jake treatment, man. Okay, but it's showing you the frequency that Esau is operating on, man. Probably calling all the derogatory proverbs, probably calling them everything under the sun. I ain't gonna say it because I don't want my video flagged, but that's through the spirit he may be a Jake, man. We're scattered abroad, man. We're scattered abroad, and that's straight up like, you a nigga, thanks for your service, but no thanks, bye. We don't care. Is how they treated that man. They deported that man. That man hasn't been to Korea since he was 7. Okay. I just wanted to touch on that. So Salakia, when I got to verse 7 and said verse 22, I didn't want to confuse y'all how y'all thinking I was, tripping. This is back in verse 7 in Isaiah chapter 10. Howbeit he meaneth not so, neither doeth his heart think so, but it is in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few. Okay, this is the will. This is the will of the Heavenly Father that has like this. So what that's saying is, howbeit he meaneth not so, meaning he don't think like that. Okay, he don't think like that. But this is the Most High controlling him, man. This is also stating he is what? He is a tool for the Most High. Okay? That's why it says in verse 5, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. Okay? So in other words, he is a tool for the Most High, man. Okay? And has not the Trump administration been going to and fro throughout the earth? Venezuela, Nigeria, Greenland. Okay? And just trying to, E being E, doing what the devil gonna do, If y'all could bear with me, Baba Kosha. But I'm gonna just get verse 3 and I'm gonna close out, cause she flat out set up there and flat out lied, man. This is Psalms chapter 58 verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Now I'm not sure if she was under oath or supposed to be, but she flat out sat there and lie, and the Lord put the spirit on that Edomite to have that man be pulled up, via internet, via FaceTime. Like, nigga, y'all lying, bro. Y'all deported a vet. I believe the term is neutralized citizen. And I want to be correct on that before I close this out. Salakia, not neutralized, but naturalized. Salakia. Yeah, so that man is a naturalized citizen, served for America, and still got treated like a piece of shit. You know? But that's all I have on this. And Abaratazah is edifying for the body. So with that, once again, call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Waharakah Kodash Brakatah. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aquatat listening. Shalom.